Hello, this is wmpyr here to talk about a little bit about the darker side of YouTube martial arts channels. And so recently I uploaded a video where I was just working on the punching bag. I wasn't talking, I wasn't explaining, teaching moves or anything like that, not my normal stuff. It was just me working on the punching bag in my garage and doing a little bit of other exercises, and I was wearing the mouthpiece to train the lungs, right? And the main important thing about that video was that I wanted it to be a minimum of 3 minutes. So why is because to me it's very important that as a martial arts instructor, and if you are going to be teaching like self-defense or real combat, uh, if you can't go 3 minutes on a punching bag, right? And you know what? I've seen on YouTube, there's like a lot of videos of people like teaching boxing techniques or kickboxing techniques. They're teaching it, but I don't see them go 3 minutes. And in fact, maybe they'll be punching it a little bit, and I see them go like a minute or less, and then they're already like, you can tell they're like a little out of breath and stuff. So then I'm kind of like, okay, then there's nothing wrong with that, but then you shouldn't be teaching combat. You should be teaching like combat theory. Not, hey, this is what you got to do in real life. And it's kind of like, unless you got video footage, and Quan Kicker says this, unless you got video footage on YouTube, then there's no evidence. So in my case, with a lot of the things in my past that I've experienced, that I've done, that is the testing part, like the full contact sparring, the challenge matches, the competition, the very small competition experience that I have, I'm sorry, I don't have that on YouTube. And therefore, if someone comes up to me and says, because you don't have it up on YouTube, because of that, I don't believe any of that stuff that you say, Hey, I can't knock them for that. I have to go, I agree. So from your eyes, I am untested. Not from my eyes, because I've lived my life and I've experienced it. So, I'm secure with myself, and I know what I've done and I know what I haven't done. So, and where the level that I'm at, that I got to, I'm not saying I'm great, and which I'm not, but I'm comfortable with myself right now. If I wasn't, I would have to feel like I need to prove myself. And if I needed to do that, then I would go get. I was not too long ago asked to enter a competition, and then I also, could have filmed some sparring footage with people, and I didn't. It doesn't appeal to me, and that's just not what I'm into now. And I feel like that phase for me is done. There's other things that are way, 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 way more interesting and important in my life than developing my combat skills higher. I mean, so what I'm doing right now is very minimalistic, and that's fine with me. And once again, I feel like the most minimal thing that you could do, because combat is a harsh thing, right? Physical altercation, it's a physical altercation, so it's gonna be difficult. There's going to be human to human struggle, a fight. That's what that is. So whether it's self-defense or if it's a street fight or whatever, there might be even in a self-defense situation, there might be a portion where you have to actually fight the person off of you. You might have to wrestle them off of you. You might have to use brute strength, even though you want to be all technical, all skill, or all strategy, you might have to. So that's the reality, and therefore you need to be in shape. If you can't even do 3 minutes, then really, I mean, you're going to be in trouble. So I'm not saying it's over and you have no hope. No, but I'm saying it's something at least to aim for, and that is a minimum. So as video proof, I put that up. And if people go, well, you look like crap, I'm going to give this a thumbs down because your technique doesn't look good. Hey, that's all fine. That's your opinion. But I feel like a lot of people's opinions are skewed, because it's like, we're used to seeing Hollywood where everything looks perfect, everything looks fantastic. And then I've seen people who are used to watching movies, like fight scenes in movies, and then they watch the UFC and they go, that's ugly. That's That's just like caveman fighting. Well, that's reality. You're in a fantasy world, you know? So that's kind of scary to me. And there's so many people on YouTube, maybe instructors have that viewpoint. So to me, that's scary. Um, so and there's people that will argue, well, that's a sport. What I'm doing is real life self-defense. Dude, a physical altercation is moving your body, period, in vigorous ways. That doesn't change whether it's sports, street, self-defense, a riot situation, home invasion, with guns, without guns, with knives, multiple opponents. It doesn't change. It's still physical exertion at a very, very high level. Your adrenaline's going to be pumping. You're going to be freaking out. So in a rudimentary level, those things don't change. And if you say, well, street is much, much more difficult because, you don't know if, people are going to come attack you from the side or what. And yeah, if it's that difficult, then sports should be easy. If it's that easy, go win a couple of belts. Let's see. The truth is it's not. In fact, in many ways, sport can be way, way higher. And the people that say sport is easier and that's going to get you killed on the street, they're always comparing it to the worst case scenario in a street situation where it's pretty much like, well, what if they have a gun on your head? Well, why can't the sport fighter also have a gun? I mean, it's ridiculous stuff like that. So, don't let that be a cop-out. For me, I was born sick. I had severe asthma. I was in and out of the hospital as a child. So while other kids were running around and developing a base to become more athletic and more healthy and stuff, I was at home just playing with my Legos. You know what I mean? So and once again, I was in and out of the hospital. So I fell far, far behind. And so something like boxing, kickboxing, all of that is like, and wrestling, the sport styles are the worst for me. I suck at judo. Boxing is not my thing, but I don't let that be an excuse. I could easily say to you guys, I'm a Filipino martial arts guy. I don't do sports stuff. That's a cop-out to me. So I go practice and I put the video proof up for you guys, and I will do more. And, once again, people can say whatever they want, but at least for me, it is evidence. It is evidence that you see me at this age, at this time, I am able to do this much, or whatever the video shows. Maybe I'm doing twice as much, but on the video, you're only seeing, half of it or whatever. But I don't care. I don't care, as long as I put up the video for you guys. No, so now the darker side of YouTube is for me, people like just recently I got asked about like, what do you think about this world-class instructor? I won't say the name, but this world-class instructor. And yeah, they're world-class, but like, you got to understand there are people that they do only demonstrations. So they only teach and they only do demonstrations. They don't spar. They don't do the kind of training that, like I said, when you go to their YouTube channel, you don't see them doing that, what I did, which is like I said, a minimum of 3 minutes just working cardio, just on the bag, just shut up and just hit it. Just let's see what you got kind of thing, I don't see it. So in that case, I want you guys to think about that, okay? So I don't care how famous they are, what anyone says, because most of the people that are saying this kind of stuff, like, this person's great. Have you seen this guy? This person that's saying that doesn't know what they're talking about. They, great compared to what, So this is a total noob, telling you their opinion as if it's fact. So, you got to be careful about that. And like I said, minimum is to show this kind of cardio training. I think much better would be to show competition, actual footage of competition, or full contact sparring, or, actual fighting, or even on the security camera, actual self-defense. Hopefully they weren't in such a bad situation, but, things, real footage. And once again, if you don't have it, then you're untested. I fall into that category. I admit it. I am untested. To you guys, not to me, because I know what I've been through, but to you guys, I am untested. I understand that. I accept that. I accept that, you know. Um, so if you see another YouTube channel just like mine, but you see the guy is, you know, has full contact sparring on there, then hey, by all means, they're better than I am, at least on YouTube. So please, you know, go to their channel or whatever. They got more evidence, you know. They're you could see it, period, you know. It's not just a bunch of stories like me. So I do feel that that's very, very important. So please, you know, watch for that. Look at their YouTube channel, see the videos that they got. And you know what? You could see them sparring and stuff, and you go, oh, he sucks. You know what? He's out there doing it, and he's putting up the videos. Just like me, people can say, oh, your videos look like crap or whatever. You know what? I'm putting myself out here. I'm explaining, I'm teaching. You know, even that has merit, that I'm getting practice doing that, you know, compared to someone who has 0 videos. So that's another thing. The darker side of YouTube is that anyone could leave a comment, and I get comments. Not all the comments are positive. Some are very, very negative. And then I'll look on their YouTube channel, and they got 0 videos, you know. So they're talking and saying, do this, do that, this is right, this is wrong, and they're talking like they're the judge and God of everything, you know, and as once again, they're mistaking their opinion as fact, and they're saying this kind of big stuff, and I see no evidence of them doing anything other than just them opening their mouth or just writing on, leaving comments saying, you know, this is good, this is bad, you know. And I'm like, who are you? I'm sorry, this means nothing to me, you know. Now, I think it's very, very important that you be careful of that. And other YouTube martial arts instructors will also do that, where their opinion, they mistake it as fact. And that's something you got to be careful of. 90% or maybe higher of the people I see on YouTube teaching, they do that. They mistake that, you know. And I'm here to tell you guys flat out, okay, yes, I'm a teacher. You know, I've been teaching for a long time, you know, whatever, right? I'll tell you, I am just a guide, okay? So the fancy titles and stuff, I don't care. You know, the lineage, the title, the ranking, all that stuff is there just to give people a quick reference to go, okay, how legit is wmpyr? I'll give you that. I'll give you my background, all that, you know, all that. It's on my website. Okay, the info's there. Okay, you don't have to believe it, but it's there. But that's not as important as the videos I put up on YouTube, because this is concrete. You could watch my skill, and you know, I mean, there's plenty of other people way better than me, way better than me. Doesn't mean they can fight better than me, but the skill is better than me. And just because your skill's better than me doesn't mean that you can fight better than me. But once again, you know, I'm not gonna use that as an excuse to say, you know, I might not look as good as compared to so and so, but if we fought for real, you know, unless we do it, we're not gonna know anyway. So that's just talk too. So I'm not going to do that either, okay? But what I can do is just put myself out there, and you guys make your own decisions, you know? But I am just a guide. So I believe in my methodology, and I've been working on it for many, many years. To me, that's what martial arts is. That's why the people that come in and say, this style works, this style doesn't work, your consumer mindset. It's like a TV that you buy, and it has an HD cable compatible or it's not, you know. I mean, it works or it doesn't, you know. So that's the way you're viewing it. But to me, that's not martial arts. Martial arts to me is something that you grow, you craft. It's a craft. You nurture it, you develop it. So what you get in the beginning is a style, it's a package or whatever, but from there, what do you do with it? So like, you know, I don't know, from the 50s, 60s, the guys who are now grandpas, and they've been working on the punching bag, and they just been diligent about that. and for decades they've been doing that, and then they pass that on to their son, who is now somebody's dad, and then that guy passes on, and this is what grandpa taught me, and now I'm going to teach you, to his kid. That to me is way, way, way more valuable, than going to a school and collecting techniques. Going on YouTube and looking up, oh, this style's cool. Oh, this is the in style right now. This style is very popular. I heard this style is lethal, and looking up info like that, and then this is the best technique. Oh, I think this guy's the best guy on YouTube or whatever. That's not nowhere near as important as developing your craft. And you, on your martial arts journey, you meet me on YouTube or you meet me in real life, whatever, on your road, climbing up the mountain, in your journey, however far you go up the mountain, I'm just someone you encounter along the way, and I am a guide. So if you need my help, or if I can help you with something, I'm here to help, and that's it. I'm not here to tell you this is the truth. Go my way, go in my path. No, the truth is for me, or it's something I'm working on, or it's something that I'm discovering, but that doesn't mean it's your truth, and there's so many truths out there. That's the reality. There's many, many different perspectives, and they all exist. We don't know which one's right or wrong, or which one works better or what. That you can test that all you want, but you're going to find out that it's just basically inconsistent. It's always chaos. Sure, there's some that, you could say, 9 times out of 10, this is a better idea or whatever. But then if you go just the safest route, or the one that has the highest probability, it's like just getting the general average out of something, then you're only going to be average. So everyone's different. And yeah, it's kind of silly, I think. So, at the end of the day, we coexist, we help each other out. I'm just a guide. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching or listening, and take care, folks.